Hello everyone, this is Aether Nightmare and welcome back to Genshin Impact. It is that time. It is Lanternlit Festival again. A Lanternlit ode to the silver moon. As the Lantern Rite comes around once more, you and Paimon return to a bustling Liyue harbor. And it has 16 days remaining on it. It does have some recommended quests, which I'm assuming is part of the Welkin Moon. We're just gonna do our best. I am getting close to Welkin Moon. I'm getting close. I've gotten through a lot more world quests and stuff, but this is going to be one of those ones that comes out of order again, so if I don't know people, I apologize. The Realm of Clouds, a Lanternlit Ode to the Moon, Act 1. What new changes await in Liyue Harbor this year? Alright, let's navigate to downtown. See what the theme will be. It's got it all decorated. Oh, I see a horse. That's right. It is Year of the Fire Horse, I do believe. I see Chi-Chi and Yo-Yo.
Morning, dry it till night. Shape and bend it nice and tight. Cross the strands to form a pattern. Coat in silk, and you have a lantern. That's how you remember how to make a show lantern. Did you get all that, Chi-Chi?
Morning, split bamboo, traveler. Then get silk, make Paimon.
What? No, that doesn't even rhyme.
Look, it's them.
Hey, Yo-Yo! Hey, Chi-Chi!
That's me when I get distracted in a Let's Play and I'm trying to commentate and my words get all mixed up.
Whoa, Traveler! Paimon, you're here! Happy Lantern Rite!
Happy Lantern Rite.
What you up to? I'm teaching Chi-Chi to make show lanterns. It's a real test of finger dexterity, so it'll help keep her nice and loose.
Yes, I do finger exercises to be a nimble zombie.
We could try to get her to learn how to sew.
Wanna try too, you two?
Thanks, but I already know how. I prefer to buy them from Granny Shan. I'll just say I already know how.
Oh, okay. Well, we need a whole bunch this year so it doesn't get too dark at night. Too dark? What does that mean?
Dr. Baiju has patients who got hurt walking at night. The moon disappeared, so it was too dark to see.
I get a feeling that that's plot related and possibly our fault. Considering Welkin Moon is, you know, as the title says, everything to do with a moon.
The moon disappeared? Like, behind the clouds?
Oh, maybe not.
It was Jonju, the moon devourer.
Is that really pronounced Janju or is it going to be Janju? I'm going to pronounce it as Janju because that's what it looks like it would be in Chinese since I'm getting better at pronouncing it. Janju the who?
Changshan told me about it, but now I forgot.
It's an old myth from Chenyu Vale about a giant toad in the sky that eats the moon.
Homestuck? Anyone?
What? The moon gets eaten? It's just a story. It's not like there's actually a giant toad in the sky. I asked Master about it, and she said myths are just insights into how the people of the past understood the world.
So did the moon really disappear?
Well,
I mean, one
I
did.
didn't see it that night. But I've checked several nights since, and it's been there same as ever.
So with the way that our planet is structured, do we not have like different moon phases here on Teyvat? Do we not have like new moon, crescent moons, full moons, etc.? Is it always a full moon? Like, I know it is like on the game overworld map, but I never really took it as canon before, and now I'm starting to question that, sort of like the constellations in Final Fantasy XIV. Like, wait a minute, they mean something?
According to Chi-Chi, though, the Ministry of Civil Affairs sent someone to do some kind of serious investigation. So, I don't know. Maybe something did happen. The Ministry of Civil Affairs? This is starting to sound bad.
It's okay. You can fly. Even if it's too dark, you won't fall and get hurt.
But she can still smack into walls.
Exactly. So turn that frown upside down, Paimon. Or someday you'll get a whole bunch of wrinkles and wake up looking like an old granny. What? Okay. No more frowning. But the traveler can't fly. She could still fall and hurt herself, right?
Fall damage don't usually do that much unless I go off a cliff, Paimon.
That's what the shell lanterns are for. As long as we make enough, Liyue Harbor will never go dark.
Yeah, and there's the giant lantern too.
Oh, right! I almost forgot. Look! This year's Grand Lantern commemorates the Adeptus who guards the moon. With her watching over it, the moon will be safe for sure. A white horse? Wait! So that's the White Horse Adeptus? Yeah! Legend has it she used to live on the moon. So if it were ever in danger, I'm sure she wouldn't just stand by and watch. Huh! We've heard of the White Horse Adeptus before, but we never heard the part about her living on the moon. Probably because it's a folk legend from Tenyu Vale, so not a lot of people know about it. But recently, some ancient artifacts were unearthed in Liyue, and the archaeological team even found evidence of ancient people worshipping an Adeptus who lived in a palace on the moon. It's kind of like how we write wishes on Shao lanterns and release them during Lantern Rite. The White Horse Adeptus would descend from the moon in her jade carriage and grant people's wishes. Ooh! When did that happen? She sounds different from the other Adepti in Liyue. It must have been a super long time ago, because even Master barely knows anything about this Adeptus.
I wonder if Adepti and, like, some of the other, like yokai and stuff are somewhat related then, because I do know there's going to be more to do with the moon stuff. And the myth that she's giving, it reminds me sort of like the bamboo cutter myth that is kind of been translated into Thumbelina in the West, Japanese. I forget the name of the myth. Hayao Miyazaki did an adaptation of it. She started out as like a little girl that they found in the bamboo. She grew up to become like a princess that was taken back to the Moon Kingdom, but in turn lost a lot of her original humanity in the process. I can't think of the myth name. It's a Japanese myth, but I wonder if there's sort of like a Chinese equivalent. So Madame Ping has never met the White Horse Adeptus either?
Nope. Kinda unbelievable, right? Yanfei said the White Horse Adeptus might even be a made-up legend, just like Janju the Moon Devourer.
Yeah, a made-up horse and a made-up toad.
You're mistaken, children. The White Horse Adeptus really does exist.
Oh, Mr. Liu from the Baiju Guest House. But how do you know that for sure?
Have you ever wondered how the guest house got its name, Yao Yao?
Baiju... White Colt. So, it's named after the White Horse Adeptus?
Also, I looked it up in the background. I was thinking of Princess Kaguya for the myth details in The Tale of the Bamboo Cutter of Japanese folklore, and I wonder if this is based off of something very similar.
That's right. And that's because one of my ancestors was once blessed by the White Horse Adeptus.
Wait, really? Tell us more! Tell us more!
It was a long, long time ago, when this ancestor of mine was still a young girl. She was out gathering herbs and accidentally fell off a cliff, but the White Horse Adeptus rescued her.
Oh, that's it? Paimon was expecting something a bit more... special? We've heard a whole bunch of stories like that before.
Patience, young one. Let me finish. After the White Horse Adeptus saved my ancestor, she told her a story about the moon and the ancient kingdom of Long Gone. My ancestor was so captivated that she completely lost track of time. So much so, in fact, that when she returned to her village, she found nothing but a desolate ruin in its place.
I know that's probably an actual name, but calling someplace Longon in English sounds like you're saying long gone. But no, I forget what the beings, the higher beings in Nodcry are called, and I kind of wonder if she's like the equivalent of like a Nodcry Adeptus because of the moon stuff.
It was as if, without her knowledge, countless years had passed in the mortal world.
Huh?
The most extraordinary part of all is that it turned out to be a dream. When she woke up, she found herself at the bottom of the cliff, right where she had fallen. Other than her medicine basket, now filled to the brim with rare herbs, it was as if nothing had happened, until out of nowhere, a horse's whinny echoed through the air, and when she looked up, she saw a pristine white horse leaping over the cliff.
A white horse leaping over the cliff?
Wow, that sure is a crazy story. But now, it's starting to sound a bit too far-fetched.
Another skeptic. You sound just like my son. But I know it's true. Ancestral records don't lie.
Buddy, ancestral records lie all the time.
Wait, so your son doesn't believe it happened?
Don't get me started. Not believing is one thing, but he even wants to change the name of our guest house. It's a disgrace, I tell you, a disgrace.
Why does he want to change the name?
Well, it was getting about time for him to take over the guest house. And what's the first thing he does? Starts going on about how the name doesn't attract enough customers and how we're losing business to Wangshu Inn. Can you believe that? As if Baiju Guest House and Wangshu Inn aren't miles apart from each other.
That's another thing, too. Apparently, Wangshu is also a name for the moon in Chinese, and a part of me kind of wonders if that's also related. I don't know. I'm grasping at straws for moon stuff, courtesy of Nodcry, and as I try to piece things together.
Oh, what about something like the Geo-Lord's Rest? Paimon bets that would get people through the doors.
Geo-Lord's Rest. I like that one.
Also, no offense, but if people would rather go to an inn that's multiple miles away that they have to hike through the dark, rather than stay at yours, there's a pretty good chance it has nothing to do with the name and everything to do with your service and hospitality. You guys got bed bugs or something? Damn.
This isn't about getting people through the doors. This is about disrespecting our ancestors. Oh, White Horse Adeptus, my wish is this. Let your divine power be known. Teach my foolish son the error of his ways.
Well, I mean, for starters, you could always start cleaning the rooms. Maybe you'll attract more customers that way.
Paimon wants to learn more about this Adeptus. Hey, maybe we should ask Zhongli. Good idea! Mr. Zhongli is super knowledgeable. He can answer questions even Master has no clue about.
Any idea where we can find him?
Yeah, we just saw him having tea at third round knockout. Alright, then that's our next stop. Chi-Chi and I are gonna keep making Shao lanterns. Careful on the road.
Goodbye, Paimon. Goodbye, traveler.
Anyway, The Realm of Clouds. Lanternlit Ode Act 1. I'm gonna try and do these in separate acts so I don't completely overwhelm myself like I did last year. To be fair, I only was able to get to it on the final day last year, so I literally got it done with like, I think it was like an hour and a half, an hour to spare before the whole quest went bye-bye for the night. So, yeah, but I'd also been like super duper sick and stuff that year. Ironically, I am right now too, but we're gonna do our best! Bright Moon Lantern Glow, Vicious Brushstrokes, Wishes Contend, Fortunes 1, and the Moonlit Adeptus Trail. So I'm probably not going to do those quite yet Instead, I'm gonna focus on story, I think?
Mr. Zhongli is having tea at third round knockout. Good luck!
I might do one of them at the end, depending on how much time there is, and maybe do, like, one event thing per story? I don't know. You know what? I don't know. I have no idea. Chi-Chi?
Morning. Split bamboo. Traveler. Oh no. I got it wrong again.
I permanently messed up her methodology. I'm sorry, Chi-Chi.
May the White Horse Adeptus bless us and watch over our business.
Yeah, I don't know what order I necessarily want to do this in. Let's also enable focused experience mode. Just so I don't trip on anything. And to get characters here, because that was a thing that happened in one of my other quests, was, it was for a side quest, one of the picture ones, but since a character was, stuck in a different quest, a Nodcry quest, because the event itself didn't allow for focused experience mode outside of the initial cutscene, I wasn't able to actually finish it because there was no way to put the actual gameplay section into focused experience mode, which is something they need to patch and consider in the future. And so that one kind of got left by the wayside, thankfully. I don't think there was very much story to it. It was just more of a take pictures of everything. But as a result, yeah, it's another reason I want to get to things so I don't run into that problem. I see a whole gang here.
Oh?
Oh.
Curious.
Impressive, right? What's with all the commotion over here? Oh, Traveler and Paimon! Perfect timing! I have something amazing to show you! What is it? Huh? What the? Heart of the Moon is blacked out! Was it really eaten by a giant toad?
No, that looks like an eclipse.
I didn't expect you to know the story of Jonju the Moon Devourer, Paimon.
Don't underestimate Paimon. She learned a whole bunch of things in Sumeru.
But Jonju the Moon Devourer is a Liyue legend.
Well, knowledge knows no borders, so there.
You're right about that, Paimon. But this dark circle doesn't look anything like a toad to me. A toad's egg, maybe? But that's about it.
Because remember, Liyue is supposed to have... Not Liyue. Teva, excuse me. Teva is supposed to have, like, 3 moons,
Oh, wait, Traveler!
I think.
You've been in Nodcry, right? The people there worship the moon goddess. So you should know what's going on here.
This wasn't a thing in Nodcry either.
Really? Not even in a place where people worship the moon?
But there was a celestial phenomenon called a lunar eclipse. Yeah, because that looks... this more like 2 moon type of lunar eclipse, the small ones in front of the big one. We did see what happened when Mavuika smashed the sky, though. I wonder if that's just a small glimpse of beyond the fall sky?
Oh yeah! Master told me that the tale of Jianzhu, the Moon Devourer, was how ancient people explained a certain celestial phenomenon.
But what is it exactly? Some kind of omen of disaster?
Nope, just a natural phenomena, but this lunar eclipse seems different. Because usually it's caused, with the way the celestial bodies lined up, either the moon blocking the sun, or in this case, the shadow of Earth blocking the moon. But typically, because of size, it tends to either turn it into a crescent, or block out the entire thing temporarily. This looks like a smaller celestial body entirely in front of it. Now, either the moon is to a much different scale to the planet of Tevat, or it's a different moon entirely.
How so?
A lunar eclipse usually starts from the outer edge.
Oh, but in this picture, the moon is being covered from the center. So this can't be a normal eclipse.
And like I said, the actual scale too, based on the circle in the center like that. Like it's either a different celestial body, or is our moon just like phenomenally bigger than our planet?
Then it's still an omen of some impending calamity?
Didn't say that whatsoever.
Said that?
Where did this picture come from?
Ugh, some crazy customer left it at the restaurant. Just thinking about it gives me the chills.
Attention, everyone! As the auspicious festival season approaches, I have an announcement to make.
Foot off the table, that's unsanitary.
I, Lu Xiong, am on the verge of becoming one of the most renowned archaeologists in all of Liyue Harbor. No, scratch that, in all of Tibet. Even though I never trained at a prestigious academy, I've still managed to dig up tons of treasures. And I understand practically a whole dictionary's worth of big words, too. Like my pops always says, no pain, no gain. And I haven't had it easy, that's for sure. So, it's definitely my turn to make a name for myself.
What's the deal with her?
No idea. Maybe she ate a bad batch of perch stew?
What? You don't believe me? I'm telling you, I dug up treasures from the ancient nation of Longan. I even got a picture of Jeonju devouring the moon.
Longan? Jeonju? What is she even talking about?
Sounds like she's a few perches short of a stew, if you know what I mean.
So what if blackback perch stew is my favorite? Stop talking about me like I'm not here.
Whoa, what are you doing?
You're just a stupid, ignorant man, and I'm gonna kill you.
That escalated quickly.
Young lady, you need to calm down.
That's coming from Shenhe.
What? So you're looking down on me now too? How about I take you both out then? How does that sound?
This is a place for dining. If you wish to take me out, you'll have to do it elsewhere.
You mean like a date, right? I'm just kidding. Ma'am, this is a Wendy's.
Don't act like you're better than me. Do you know who I am? I'm about to be the most famous archaeologist in all of Liyue. No, Tibet. Show me some respect.
It's respect you want? Very well. For the sake of the other customers, we'll do this your way.
What? So Shenhe started the fight?
Gonna have to rebrand ourselves to Waffle House after this.
She had no choice. The woman pulled a shovel out of nowhere and started going crazy, flipping tables left and right. She even injured 2 other customers.
Yep, that's Waffle House.
Shenhe did what she had to do to restrain her, then took her to the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
Thank goodness Aunt Shenhe was there. Or who knows what might have happened.
Yeah. I started cleaning up after all the commotion, and that's when I found this photo. I thought it might be the one she dropped, so I rushed over to show someone.
She said she took a photo of Jeonju the Moon Devourer. This must be it.
Can we really trust what she said, though? Clearly, something is going on with her.
Paimon's got a point. It sounds like she wasn't acting right at all. How do we know she wasn't possessed by some kind of evil spirit?
Aunt Shenhe would have noticed if she was possessed.
All right. But what about the part about Longan and the treasure she found?
What about it?
What if she raided a tomb and dug up some super special relic, then got herself haunted by an ancient ghost?
Wouldn't that still be possession?
One so powerful that even Miss Shenhe couldn't sense its presence.
Your imagination is something else, Hu Tao. Why would an ancient ghost come to Wanmin restaurant, huh? To eat my blackback perch stew?
I mean, with all the digestive issues I've been having this year, if I became a ghost, food would probably be on my top priority list of things to do again.
Hey, it could happen. I'd want to eat your food if I was a ghost.
See?
Wait a second. She mentioned the ancient nation of Longan, right? Paimon's heard that somewhere before.
You know what? My brother mentioned that some ancient artifacts were unearthed in Liyue recently. Mostly colored glass, fine jade, and bronze relics. Some of the text inscribed on them has already been deciphered. There were some poetic verses, but the word long gone popped up as well.
So, does that mean this long gone place is real? Still, Paimon knows we've heard the name somewhere before. Do you remember, Traveler?
The owner of Baiju Guest House just mentioned it.
Right! His ancestor heard about it from the White Horse Adeptus. The White Horse Adeptus? Oh, so you must have been to see the giant lantern already. Yep. And it turns out that the White Horse Adeptus is super mysterious too. Even Madame Ping hasn't met her.
Wait, I thought she was the gold-eyed Celadon mare of the 8 Adepts.
That's just the interpretation you believe in, Hu Tao. There are other theories out there too. The elders of Qingce Village believe that during the Archon War, a white horse leapt from a clear spring, transforming into an Adeptus who aided Rex Lapis in battle. In Chenyu Vale, some of the tribes take her to be the daughter of time, and trace her deeds to an even earlier era. Yet in other ancient texts, including the relics I just mentioned, she appears as an emissary who listens to mortal wishes, bestowing the blessings of the heavens and moon upon the mortal realm, which is why we write our wishes on Shao lanterns.
That's so complicated. So what's the verdict? Which version is the truth?
I'm afraid there's no definitive answer to that.
You two have been all over Teyvat. Do you have an idea?
Nope, sorry. We were actually on our way to ask Zhongli. He knows even more about this kind of stuff than us.
Ah, looking for a consultant, huh? He's having tea with Miss Linlong. Shigu Antiques is hosting an exhibition tonight.
An exhibition? For what?
I'm guessing antiques.
All those antiques Singcho just mentioned. So if you head to the big ship docked in the harbor tonight, I'm sure you'll find him.
Thanks, Hu Tao. We'll check it out. Time to go antiquing.
So, where to next? How about we go to the Ministry of Civil Affairs to ask about the White Horse Adeptus? We might be able to find out more about the recent moon situation, too.
If you're heading to the Ministry of Civil Affairs, could you give them this picture for me? Since it belongs to that customer, she deserves to get it back at least. It might even help the Ministry with their investigation.
Of course, let's go.
Ha! Alright! We're off!
Oh wait! I almost forgot! Happy Lantern, right?
Oh yeah, I guess Happy Lanternlit.
Come have a meal with us when you're free. We'll be there, or we'll be... square.
Thinking about it now, could it be possible that photograph was a fake?
Oh, totally.
Fake? You mean like the customer fabricated it to gain academic recognition?
Nice one, Chongyun. I never even thought of it like that.
How about we go check out that place tonight? I know exactly where it is.
All right.
I'll get scolded if I get home too late.
Live a little, Singcho. You act like this is a first for you. Worst comes to worst, we'll get Xiangling to cook you something delicious, okay?
Well, when you put it like that, I suppose it's worth the risk.
You were just waiting for the promise of free food, weren't you? Fine. It's a plan then. We'll meet up tonight.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious how I'll release these ones, since they'll probably be technically the tail end of Not Cry, but since Lunar New Year's an actual real thing, I might release them early. Even if they'll eventually get numbered properly into the playlist themselves. Okay, so where am I going? I am going... technically up here? It might be easier to glide down. I know I have such silly ways of getting around, but whatever works, you know? It's so much easier than stairs. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I've been to that section too, with the spirit carp and whatnot. Wasn't that long since I did some of those quests.
Your grandfather is of the same opinion, Miss Lanyan?
Yes. On Lanternlit, the moon shall go dark. That's what the signs are indicating. Celestial observation isn't Grandpa's strong suit. But he discussed it with several other elders from our clan, and their conclusion was the same. It's consistent with the information we've received from other sources as well. You mean the whole thing? About the legend of Jeonju the Moon Devourer? Happening in real life?
I'm trying to remember if Lanyan was in a previous Liyue event. I feel like she was, but I do not remember it whatsoever.
Yes, that's one of them.
Even though I have her character.
So it's true. I thought it was just a rumor. It's true. But right now, the bigger issue is that all our sources indicate the phenomenon's gonna happen again. I'm not sure this bodes well.
I have not gotten that far in my editing to remember.
Let's
Sorry.
remain optimistic for now. We're making progress interpreting the artifacts, and Ganyu is consulting with the Adepti as we speak. Besides, apart from the incident at Wanmin Restaurant, there haven't been any other moon-related disturbances.
Mingwang, Keqing, and Lanyan! You're all here!
Oh, Traveler! And Paimon! It's been a while. Happy Lanternlit. Yes, happy Lanternlit. What brings you here, though? I thought you'd be in the harbor enjoying the Shao lanterns.
You're certainly not the type to visit Yujing Terrace for no reason. Is there something I can help you with?
What? We're not allowed to just drop in on our friends during the festive season?
I was only teasing. You're welcome to visit us anytime you wish. Happy Lanternlit.
Happy Lanternlit.
Oh, and about all the moon business you were just talking about? We have something to show you. Here, take a look!
Whoa! Something really did take a chunk out of the moon.
Someone managed to capture a picture of it. Is this Jeonju, the Moon Devourer, then?
Even though we confirmed this event took place, I still can't quite believe what I'm seeing. Where did you get this picture?
A really drunk lady at Wanmin Restaurant dropped it.
From Xiangling! She found it when she was cleaning up after that customer caused a scene. She thinks they must have dropped it.
Wait, is this Chawang Terrace?
Something wrong?
No, it's just where I'm from. It said that Chawang Terrace was where the ancient people of Chenyu Vale communicated with the heavens. And in this picture, the moon happens to be right above Chawang Terrace. I was just surprised, that's all. It's probably just a coincidence.
That's interesting because the ancient people of Chenyu Vale migrated there from the chasm area.
The chasm? So, that place is involved too?
According to our investigation, that customer you just mentioned, Lu Xiangxiang, her father and grandfather are merchants in Liyue Harbor, and her mother and grandmother grow tea in Chaoying Village. A few days ago, she left her home in Chaoying Village to join a civilian archaeological team funded by Hoishan Hall, and ended up excavating some artifacts in the chasm area. These artifacts were then entrusted to Shigu Antiques and are set to be featured in an upcoming exhibition. Then, of course, the incident at Wanmin Restaurant occurred. We suspect something happened during the excavation that left her with quite the shock.
And now, it seems like she also went to Chawang Terrace and took that picture of the moon disappearing.
The chasm? Chawang Terrace? Things are getting pretty complicated.
So how's Lu Xiangxiang's doing now? I know it says Shang and I'm saying Shang because I don't know the correct way to pronounce these. They say it one way and then you find out later it's supposed to be said another way and it drives me a little crazy.
She's not in a good mental state, so we took her to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get some help. Why don't you come with me to check up on her? At this point, you seem invested in this case too.
Gladly?
Then let's head there now.
Now that I see this picture, it looks less like a piece of the moon was eaten, and more like something is obscuring it.
That's what I've been saying.
But what sort of thing could block out the moon?
Another moon? Or if it's fake, like they said, she could have always put something, like, in front of the lens so that it looks like it's being obscured. You got anything to say, Granny? Flowers bloom and always fade, always return another day. Been long before you see me here. Okay, doesn't have anything unique to say. If you're ever passing Julian cars, please pass on my regards to my old friends. It's meant to be that you see them, then you will see them. Anyway, to the pharmacy. Check up on peoples, see how they're doing.
Ah, Lady Yuhong. Oh, and the Traveler and Paimon are here as well.
What a pleasant surprise. Happy Lanternlit.
Happy Lanternlit.
I hope we're not interrupting, Dr. Baiju.
I feel very stared at the moment.
Not at all. I assume you're here to see the patient? Unless it's urgent, however, it would be best not to disturb her rest.
Is her condition that bad?
It's quite unstable. She's even more agitated than when she first arrived. And she refused to cooperate when we tried to check her over. I had no choice but to prescribe a calming draught and to have her rest for 2 days.
So she's getting worse? That isn't the news I was hoping for.
It's just a precaution. Based on an earlier conversation with her, it seemed more like a fixation than anything else. She hasn't lost her mind.
That's right. When we asked about it, she kept insisting she was going to be famous far and wide.
So it's a manic episode?
It might not be far and wide, but she certainly made a name for herself around Yujing Terrace. Even some of the Qixing know who she is.
Yeah, that's not a good thing, Paimon. Have you ever seen something like this, Baiju?
Not often, that's for certain. From my initial assessment, the patient appears to have experienced some sort of shock, and whatever it was seems to still be haunting her.
But what could have caused such a thing? The relics from the chasm? Or the moon above Choang Terrace that night?
Come back in 2 days, and you might just have your answer.
I suppose that's all we can do for now. We'll take our leave then, Dr. Baiju.
Of course. If you need anything else, don't hesitate to stop by.
Speaking of those relics from the chasm, aren't they being featured in an exhibition tonight?
That's right. Are you planning to attend?
Yeah! We wanted to have a talk with Zhangli anyway, and now Paimon's even more curious about these relics.
Would you like to tag along?
I would, except every item in the exhibition had to be registered with the Ministry of Civil Affairs, so I'm afraid it's been spoiled for me. I reviewed them all myself. There are some rather peculiar artifacts, that's for certain. We're still working on decoding the ancient text that appears on them.
Yeah! The word jade appears a whole bunch, doesn't it?
Huh? How did you know?
Xingqiu told us. He said there were some ancient poems on them, too.
He's quite well informed, isn't he? Well, he's right. We believe they're direct references to the ancient nation of long gone. As for the other text, instead of regular poetry, it seems to be more like ceremonial language used to worship the moon and the gods.
The moon and the gods?
Well, looks like it's almost time for the exhibition. You two should head over. There's an usher at the harbor who will lead you to the venue.
Do we need an invitation?
Not at all. The exhibition is free to the public. The people of Liyue have a great respect for our history and are eager to learn from it. Plus, the exhibition is being organized by Linlong, the owner of Shigu Antiques. As far as I know, it's been a long-time goal of hers to hold a cultural exhibition of this scale, where people can learn all sorts of information about the past.
Guess we're in for a real treat tonight, then.
Yes. Have a great time. There's still more artifact decoding work I need to finish, so we'll have to part ways here. After seeing the picture you brought, there's a few ideas I'd like to follow up on.
You're hard at work even during festival season? Huh. You haven't changed one bit, Ka-Ching.
I'm simply fulfilling the responsibilities of my position. That's all. All right. I should get going. See you later.
Well, guess we should head over to the harbor and find that usher.
First things first, is Baiju still here? Yes, he is.
If you're looking to talk to Lu Xiangshang, you should come back in 2 days.
I guess I have to do this first, because we technically don't have a prompt. Guessing it's going to be underneath the bridge, where some things usually are. Oh, maybe not. I guess it's held out in the open. Usually for appraisal, I keep climbing up when I need to go down. It's held like under this little bridge here in one of these little shops. But I guess it's out in the open this time. Manager of Northland Bank. Welcome. How to assist you? Oh wait, I'm already off the clock now. What's the matter? What are you doing? If you've been enjoying all that Liyue Harbor has to offer, as a native of Snezhnaya, I was initially quite reluctant about being transferred to Liyue by the Northland Bank. But as I came to understand more about Liyue, I found myself liking it more and more. Things like the sea here and the city's atmosphere are all quite different from my home. Tell me about your home. My hometown is not quite as lively as the bustling city of Liyue, and I've completely fallen in love with the food in Liyue. It has such a variety of colors, flavors, and aromas. The cuisine here is simply exquisite. But even so, I can never turn my back on Her Majesty the Tsaritsa of Snezhnaya. Yeah, I wonder if that's a little hint, since that's technically what's going to be coming up next. Nodcry was a whole chapter, but it was actually meant to be a prelude, so...
Ah, here for the exhibition? I can take you aboard.
Sure.
After you.
Oh, are we going on a boat for the exhibition? What do you mean, take me aboard?
Whoa.
Yeah, we're on a ship.
Antiques on this ship. It's almost too much to take in.
Keep an eye out for Zhongli. He stands out because he's so tall. That won't be difficult.
Greetings. I trust you've been well since last we met?
Or he finds us.
Aha! Speak of the devil! You're right where Hu Tao said you'd be.
Ah, so Director Hu gave me away, did she?
Don't act like you're up to some super secret business. We know you just do whatever you feel like.
Yo, Traveler, Paimon, what's up?
It's been a while, you two. Happy Lanternlit.
Beidou! Yunchin! It's great to see you! You're here for the exhibition too?
Yes. When I heard these artifacts were from ancient times, I just knew I had to come learn more about them. I mean, what a discovery, right?
Yeah, Ningguang pretty much said the same thing. She thought coming here might help culture me up or something. But as you know, I'm more of a fists and punches type of person. I doubt one exhibition is gonna change that.
You're too modest, Captain. You're the leader of the Crux fleet. That takes far more skill than just fists and punches.
Plus, at the end of the day, you still decided to come, even though you didn't have to listen to Ningguang.
Well, she's the Tianquan. If she can't even get an average ship captain like me to do her bidding, how's that gonna look?
You sure know how to think from her perspective, huh?
I guess I do.
Yeah, wink,
Anyway,
wink, nudge,
how's
nudge.
everyone enjoying the exhibition? I heard that if you see something you like, you can negotiate the price with the owner and take it home.
Wait, so we can buy this stuff?
Indeed. Although Shigu Antiques is hosting this exhibition, many of the items come from private collectors. As long as both parties reach an agreement, you can make an offer of mora or an equivalent trade. Well, shall we continue our conversation as we look around?
Let's go! Paimon's super curious about all this stuff.
Hey, it better be pretty darn equivalent, or Zhongling sinks the whole boat. Zhongli, excuse me. Oh, he actually gets up and walks around? Do I get to see what some of this stuff is? Most of them are assets I already recognize. This one, oh, this has a frog on it. A frog in the sky. This one's important, Paimon.
Whoa! Look at this painting! There's a huge toad on it! Could it be...
Huh. This material is quite unusual. It doesn't look like paper. More like silk, or some other kind of fabric.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Well spotted. This is a painting of Jianju, the Moon Devourer, made primarily with mulberry silk. Such craftsmanship is rarely seen in modern-day Liyue.
Ha! Jianju the Moon Devourer! Paimon knew it! That toad made it super obvious.
What's that? A new dish at Wanmin restaurant?
No! It's a kind of lunar eclipse! You heard about how the moon disappeared recently, right?
Oh, yeah. You're saying a toad did that?
That's what the legend says!
So, nothing to do with food then. Noted.
And the figure next to the toad. Is that the White Horse Adeptus? From the stories I've heard, her palace lies on the moon.
That would seem to be a logical assumption.
I didn't even see the humanoid figure there. I was so focused on the frog. Was this excavated from the chasm?
No. In fact, this item was discovered in Chenyu Vale, and many years ago at that.
Oh! So it's from Chenyu Vale?
Actually, that's not quite right. You see, this painting is primarily comprised of mineral-based pigments, such as cinnabar and azurite, which are usually found within stratified rock. This suggests its place of origin may very well have been the chasm.
Everybody wash your hands really good after touching it then.
You could have just started with that.
You're as knowledgeable as ever, Mr. Zhongli. I had only ever heard the legend of Jianju the Moon Devourer, but now seeing it depicted in this painting, I wonder.
Yeah, those are some poisonous paint ingredients, just so you know.
If I purchased it, perhaps it could serve as inspiration for a new opera. Though I'm not quite sure who the painting belongs to right now.
A splendid idea, Miss Yoon. Perhaps in lieu of Mora, you could offer the lyrics to said opera as recompense.
The lyrics? But to whom?
Why, to me, of course. I am the owner of this painting, after all.
That would explain why he knows so much about it.
Wait, so you're one of the private collectors of the exhibition? No wonder you knew so much about the painting!
But lyrics in exchange for a precious antique? My work could never possibly be of equal value.
I don't know about that. I'm not much of a scholar, but even I know your operas are in a league of their own.
An astute observation, Captain Beto. In my possession, this painting is nothing but a lifeless artifact. In your hands, however, it could be transformed into a new piece of art entirely. Quite the worthy exchange, no?
But I'm not sure when I'll be able to finish writing it. It certainly won't be ready this year.
Allow me to be equally forthright, Miss Yoon. This silk painting is merely a copy I made of the original work. There is no need for such concern over its value.
Huh? So it's a fake?
I had no idea you were such a skilled artist, Mr. Zhongli. I pride myself on having some knowledge of antiques, but I didn't notice anything that would point to it being a replica.
It's probably still dirt old.
You never cease to amaze me, Mr. Zhongli.
You flatter me. All that said, Miss Yoon, you must accept. Truly, I insist.
Huh. He's gone from handing out fake Mora to fake paintings now, huh?
Paimon shush. But yeah, he's like, yeah, it's a bootleg, but it's a bootleg I still made like hundreds of years ago, so like technically it's still equally valuable.
Your kindness is impossible to refuse, Mr. Zhongli. Rest assured, I'll be sure to return the favor.
I shall look forward to it.
Man, that was quite the find. Huh, I should buy something too, if only so I can show it off to Ningguang.
Let's keep going and see what we can find.
Wow, this bronze war chariot is really something.
It must have quite the story behind it. I've never seen anything like it before.
Do you know what this is, Zhongli?
Ah. I heard from Miss Linlong that a carriage made of Celadon jade was unearthed in the chasm. A copper canopy, a body adorned with flowing clouds and geometric patterns. Yes, this must be the one. A precious piece indeed.
This thing's gotta be thousands of years old, right? Crazy to think people back then were capable of such intricate metalwork.
Too often, we view the past and future through the lens of the present. Objects that fascinated us as children seem crude later in life. And that's only after a few decades or so of separation. If one were to stretch time across hundreds or thousands of years, one might discover that time is not always a force that pushes things forward.
It would seem the people of that era managed to create a remarkable civilization in their own right.
Makes me want to get my hands on this even more. Ningguang's gonna be so jealous, don't you think?
Ah, has this war chariot caught your eye, Captain Beto?
Oh, you must be Linlong from Shigu Antiques. Nice to meet you. This exhibition has been amazing so far.
Well, that's all thanks to supportive patrons like you and Mr. Zhongli, of course. As for this war chariot, it was discovered by an archaeological team sponsored by Hoishan Hall. The price comes in at 90 million mora. How much?
90 million? Woo, looks like my eyes were a bit too big for my wallet.
Quite a bargain.
Not for you, it isn't. You're broke now.
90 million mora could feed Paimon for like 1,000 years!
And if you actually went on an eating spree that long, perhaps you'd be considered an antique worth that kind of mora, too.
What, 90 million? Nuh-uh! Paimon's worth way more than that!
Well, if Mr. Zhongli thinks it's a good deal, I'm sure it's worth it.
Mr. Zhongli doesn't remember that he's no longer a money printing machine. Also, even if he did, you're gonna inflate the economy. Put the bag away.
Beto's putting way too much faith in Zhongli. What if he's only here to drive up sales?
Shush.
I'll take the chariot, Miss Linlong. Someone will come by with the payment.
Quite the discerning eye you have, Captain. After the exhibition ends, I'll have someone deliver it to the Alcor.
Actually, could you send it straight to Yujing Terrace? I'd like for the Tianquan to see the proof of my discerning eye for herself.
Well, my guess is she's the one who's going to be paying for it anyway, so...
Understood.
Great! Yunjin and I both found something. What about you three? Want to keep perusing? And don't worry about the mora, it's all on me. Nobody's going home empty-handed tonight.
I appreciate your kindness, Captain, but I'm afraid I have some private matters to discuss with Miss Linlong.
In that case, don't let us keep you, Mr. Zhongli.
Right this way.
Traveler, Paimon, perhaps you would like to accompany me.
What? So you can show us another bargain antique that's so far out of our price range it's not even funny?
Other people are always demanding Mr. Zhongli's time, but it's quite rare for him to extend an invitation himself. I wouldn't pass up this opportunity if I were you, Paimon.
Yeah, just don't forget to come aboard the Alcor for a drink later.
Is it going to be top shelf with the amount you just spent right now? We should at least check it out.
Yeah, guess you're right. Taking a quick look isn't gonna cost us anything. Let's go!
Okay, anybody else I can talk to here? Just double checking.
These are all the jade pieces that were found, Mr. Zhongli. Wow! So many styles! What kind are these?
These are a type of ceremonial jade. You're familiar with Chenyu Vale's Rangeade Rite, yes?
Oh, yeah! So these pieces are all used in the Rangeade ceremony?
Well, you may not know, Paimon, but before the Rangeade Rite came into practice, Chenyu Vale was known for a different ceremonial tradition that also involved jade. The bee is used to honor heaven, the Tsong to honor earth, the Gui to honor the east, the Jiang to honor the south, the Hu to honor the west, and the Huang to honor the north. These form the 6 ritual jades. It's unfortunate, however, that Miss Linlong's set is missing both the Gui and Hu pieces.
I know. These jade artifacts are from such an ancient time. It's proved difficult to track them down, even for our establishment.
No matter. You happen to have precisely the piece I was looking for.
Huh? This broken jade token? I didn't expect this to catch your eye, Mr. Zhongli. It isn't one of the 6 ritual jades.
What is it?
An affect belonging to an old acquaintance of mine.
An old acquaintance? One of your collector friends, Mr. Zhongli?
How old an acquaintance?
You could say that. Traveler, take a closer look.
I mean, I see the moon shape on it, obviously. A crescent moon. I wonder if they don't realize that's what that is. Because like I said, if it's a full moon here all the time, they wouldn't know what a crescent moon is.
Doesn't look all that special to Paimon. Just seems like a broken artifact.
There's a crescent moon.
Indeed. It's been thousands of years since the moon has appeared in such a form.
I was freaking right! You guys don't have moon phases? So you wouldn't recognize it as a moon.
The moon wasn't always full. Then, could this missing chunk be from when Jianzhu devoured part of the moon?
It's worth looking into.
Your insight is invaluable, Mr. Zhongli. I had no idea how special this piece was. Since it has caught your interest, allow Shigu Antiques to cover the cost.
Oh, that is far too generous, Miss Linlang.
Not at all. I've always wanted to give people a chance to appreciate these snapshots of history. So holding an exhibition like this has been a lifetime wish of mine. And it never would have been possible without your help, Mr. Zhongli.
I merely put in a good word with a few acquaintances of mine.
And it had a profound impact. Without your recommendation, I doubt half of these collectors would have come to the exhibition. So, on both a personal and professional level, I owe you my thanks, Mr. Zhongli.
Wow! Zhongli actually did something useful for once.
We're kind of glowing. New loading screen. What just happened? How did I get here? The light ahead looks like it could be an exit. I should check it out. Approach the distant ball of light, which itself appears to be moving. So I'm not getting any closer.
3, 5, 7.
Three, 5, 7. Those dates, coordinates.
11, 13, 17.
Who said that?
19, 23, 29.
31. We counting in intervals for some reason?
You also enjoy counting in such a fashion, lost child? The same loneliness as them. It seems to exist in your heart as well.
Who are you?
Me? I'm sorry, I don't remember.
What is this place?
The shadow of the moon? Or a dream of time? I'm sorry. No one has asked me such things before. I've been here for so long. There is much I have forgotten.
Did you bring me here?
I know nothing of your arrival. All I know is the longing in people's hearts.
Yeah, I noticed too, all of her jewelry is crescent moon shaped.
Yet, I sense the moonlight's guidance within you, child. Perhaps that is what brought you here.
The moonlight's guidance. Does she mean Columbina?
You seem confused. Perhaps I can help in some way.
How do I get out of here?
The path home is... that direction. I believe someone told me that before. But I was never able to reach the end. You should take a look.
How about we go together?
No need. It would seem... my time has already run out. Farewell. May the moonlight ever shine upon you.
Yeah, I'm guessing she's the horse. Both by the hairstyle and the shoes. Although I'm kind of interesting that they gave her heels when it would have actually been more horse-like to give her a type of shoe that doesn't require them. But that's just me. It's just me being a little fun with character details.
Yangwei actually did something useful for once.
I'm back.
Your complexion looks rather ashen, Traveler. Are you feeling all right?
Also, it'd be fun to see a character wear the type of heel shoes that I would personally wear without the backing to them.
Yeah, what's wrong? Does your stomach hurt?
I just met a strange person. It was in this strange place.
Huh? What are you talking about? You were right here the whole time.
Ah, I see.
I had a psychic hijacking.
I'm afraid we must take our leave, Miss Linlong. My friend has taken ill and I must escort her to get some rest.
Of course.
Traveler, Paimon, please, come with me. Ah, yes. Regarding the payment for the Jade Token. Charge the expense to the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor if you would.
Hu Tao's gonna chew you out again. Meanwhile...
Guess someone's thinking of me. But this late at night?
Must be that consultant of yours. I bet he's out there spending all year more at the exhibition.
She's not wrong.
Yeah, he'd be the perfect employee if he just knew how to rein in the spending. But never mind him. Let's focus on the moon. We gotta see if it gets eaten tonight.
I have a question too. Does the pattern on their moon have any sort of mythology to it? Similar to on ours, in a lot of Japanese and Chinese mythology, it's tend to be like a rabbit. Me staring at it from here, it kind of looks a little bit like a carp. Like the tail is on the left and the head is on the right. Especially since I'm standing in a place that, has, the spirit carps.
I don't think it's going to happen. We've been out here all night and the moon's the same as ever.
Also worth noting, somebody else pointed it out since Xingqiu's vision is on display there for reference, but the hydro element kind of looks like 3 crescent moons together, and people are wondering if that's kind of related as well.
It is quite late, and Chongyun's getting tired. How about we head back? We can come back another time.
Forget if I've mentioned that in a past video.
Actually, I do have a new dish I'm testing out tomorrow. And as part of my New Year's resolution, I'm trying not to oversleep.
All right. Guess it just wasn't meant to be. Let's go.
We're starting to mist up.
When the sun's out, bathe in sunlight. When the moon's out, bathe in moonlight.
Reality's glitching, people. Turn around. Oh, that actually looked more like a hole. With the debris.
Wait, aren't we going to rest? Why did you bring us here?
Because I imagine the Traveler would like to know what just happened to her.
I'm curious if that was something everybody could see, or if you could only see it in that spot. Maybe because the veil across the sky is weaker there?
Oh, right. Ugh, Paimon's confused, though. She could have sworn you were there the whole time.
Paimon, this isn't my first zone-out session. You explain your mysterious encounter to the strange space.
How is that possible?
It sounds like her spirit formed an inexplicable connection with the being in that space.
Was it the White Horse Adeptus?
Ah, you suspected from the beginning, didn't you? Indeed, the being you met is the fabled White Horse Adeptus, and the original owner of this jade token. Her name is Zibai.
Wait, does that mean she's inside this token?
No, she does not reside within this token, but rather within the Moon Shadow. This token is merely a medium.
The Moon Shadow, what do you mean?
Word has it you accomplished quite the feat in Nodcry. You and your friend brought the Frost Moon back to Tevat.
I don't know what that means, but it could be... The shadow of the moon is typically the other side of the moon, which means she's either on that moon and she's on the backside of it, or there's another celestial body, like, right behind it.
Tell me, did you ever wonder about the other moon? The one that hung in its place for thousands of years?
Oh, you're allowed to talk to me about this now?
We never really thought about it, but it must have been a fake, right? A fake moon!
Indeed, it was false. Its true nature, nothing but a projection of the moon. It also happens to be the prison that confines Zibai to this day.
Wait, the White Horse Adeptus is trapped inside that projection? Then we need to rescue her! But the moon in the sky right now is the real one, right? Where did the fake moon go? And why can't Paimon see it?
With the return of the true moon, the shadow naturally lost its place in the heavens. Now, it is disintegrating bit by bit. It's a process that comes and goes. When it occurs, it looks like the moon is being obscured by a black shadow. But when it stops, the shadow disappears and becomes invisible to the eye.
So, you're saying there's an invisible fake moon blocking the real moon right now?
So the real lunar eclipse, it was the fake moon, wasn't it? Yeah, a lot of people have been pointing out too, with how cold it's been for some northern areas, especially like in the Americas right now. It's actually causing this phenomena in real life right now. I live in one of these areas where it's getting down to like negative 30 to negative 50 degrees Fahrenheit. And as a result, there's so much ice up in the sky that it causes it to look similar to if you're looking out a window or you have like your camera trained on like a bright light and you can see multiple reflections of something bright in your lens or in your like window reflection. It's doing that to the moon right now here in real life. So you'll look up in the sky and it almost looks like there's 2 or 3 at most, sometimes 4, almost like light projections of the moon next to the moon. It's kind of cool. It's a little difficult to explain without being able to show evidence of it, but it's basically just because of the amount of ice in the sky is causing the same sort of visual distortion that you would get looking like sideways out through a window or through a camera lens, because the ice up in the atmosphere is causing reflections when the light actually comes down and hits your eyes. So the recent lunar eclipse, it was the fake moon, wasn't it?
Indeed.
Okay, this is not what Paimon was expecting.
You said it's disintegrating. When will there be nothing left?
My hypothesis is that people's wishes could be what trigger the periods of disintegration. After all, when you experienced that episode just now, it was precisely when Miss Linlong spoke of her own wish.
Wait, is that because the White Horse Adeptus answers people's wishes? The legend must be true then. So, that means the more wishes we make, the faster the fake moon will disintegrate, right? Then it won't be long before the White Horse Adeptus is free!
Quite the contrary. After countless years trapped inside, the two have merged into one. When the moon shadow is gone, Zibai will cease to exist in this world.
Oh no! So, by bringing the moon back, actually hurt the White Horse Adeptus?
Do not burden yourself with such thoughts. Because of your actions, a promising opportunity has presented itself to us. Let us not forget, what is crumbling is also precisely that which imprisons her.
So there's still a way to fix this.
Yes, and that is why I invited you here tonight. Your connection to that broken jade token confirms that you can do what I envision. However, while I had hoped to receive your assistance, this matter could have significant ramifications. I must admit a certain reluctance to implicate you in more of Tevat's secrets. Often, the deeper one's knowledge of such matters, the harder it becomes to extricate oneself from them.
Songli, with all due respect, I've been here. This is the 6th year anniversary. I think I'm pretty darn implicated at this point.
You are someone who once traveled through the boundless sea of stars.
AKA
I cannot
space.
help but wonder. Perhaps it is wrong for your fate to become too entangled with the fate of any one world.
I already know a bunch of secrets. I'm already deeply connected to Tevat. I might not ever be able to leave.
Such is your conviction, then. Since journeying beyond Lille, you have had ample time to reflect on these matters, it would seem.
Yeah, a couple years. Yes, so tell me what I need to do.
Very well. The first secret I must reveal is that Zebai has long since passed away. The being within the Shadow Moon is merely one of the 3 deadly selves she severed before her death.
Wait, the White Horse Adeptus is dead? Weren't you supposed to tell us how to fix this? Now it just seems even more impossible!
Please, remain calm, Paimon, and allow me to explain. The 3 deadly selves is a practice used by those engaged in spiritual cultivation. The intent is to sever the 3 vice-laden mortal selves to reveal one's true, pure self beneath. However, Zebai's 3 selves are more complicated in nature. Because in the moment before her death, someone preserved the shattered essence of her soul and placed the fragments within her 3 deadly selves. If we retrieve the 3 fragments of her soul, there is a chance we can restore her presence in the mortal realm.
So that means we can bring her back to life?
Yes, provided we retrieve the fragments of her soul's essence from the 3 deadly selves.
I'm guessing I just met one of them.
Indeed. The being you encountered was Zebai's first deadly self, Ziju. After Zebai's death, she ascended to the heavens and became one with the Shadow Moon. The essence that resides within her is a heavenly soul, also known as Taiguang. Thus, this self is the closest to Zebai's true nature. That said, because she is trapped within the Shadow Moon, we have no choice but to seek out the other 2 soul essences first. Then we can unite them as one.
Okay, so where are the other 2?
Her second deadly self is called Ziju. After Zebai's death, she fell into a slumber deep beneath the earth in what is now known as the Chasm. The essence within her is the Earth Soul, also known as Shuangling. She is the self that inherited most of Zebai's memories and wisdom.
The chasm? So, do we have to go there to find her?
That won't be necessary. I sensed her presence on the jade carriage from earlier, the one at the exhibition. It's possible the return of the Frost Moon awakened her, and she emerged from the chasm alongside that batch of ancient artifacts.
Wait! That must be why you agreed to help with the exhibition! To investigate the artifacts!
Indeed. So in truth, Miss Linlong was the one who helped me.
And what about the last deadly self?
The third deadly self is Zichao. The essence within her is the human soul, also known as Yojing, Zebai's shade. Thus she is the most free-spirited among the 3. She lent me her aid during the Archon War 1,000 years ago. But later, as her powers waned, she retreated into the mountains. I imagine finding Zichao should prove the most troublesome. so I shall take it upon myself to track her down.
So, we need to find the second deadly self, right? But where do we even start?
Locating her should not prove difficult. In life, Zibai was fond of mortals, and as the self who inherited most of her memories and wisdom, Ziju should be the same. It's possible she has possessed someone, and is meandering the bustling streets of Liyue Harbor as we speak.
Oh, Miss Waffle House.
Wait, are you thinking what Paimon's thinking, Traveler?
The customer who caused a scene at One Mean Restaurant.
What if she raided a tomb and dug up some super special relic, then got herself haunted by an ancient ghost?
I mean, Hu Tao's always kind of technically correct, isn't she? Relatable.
Exactly! Lu Xiangxiang!
It seems you have a lead in mind already.
Should still be at Boo Boo Pharmacy. She was super agitated when she first got there, so Baishu gave her some calming medicine and told us to come back in 2 days. Do you think it could be her, Zhengli?
It's quite possible. The deadly selves are impure beings that can easily influence mortal minds.
Let's start our investigation there in 2 days.
A sound plan. Well, I should get started on my own investigation then.
But you're leaving already?
I must. Zichao went into hiding after the Archon War. If I am to have any success tracking her down, and there's no guarantee, I should start sooner rather than later.
But there's still so much you haven't told us! Like, who the White Horse Adeptus actually is, and how she died in the first place! Not to mention who it was that preserved the fragments of her soul.
Should our endeavor prove successful, then naturally those answers will follow. If not, speaking of them would be rather meaningless.
No, it's not. I like the lore. Give me the lore. The one who preserved her soul's essence, was it you? If so, what was her equivalent exchange?
It would seem that this is a question you are unwilling to set aside.
Ooh, testy.
Very well. I shall tell you. It was the Avatar of Time.
Easteroth.
Ah, so you know of her existence.
The ruler of time saved her soul.
Indeed. Preserving what remained of Zibai's soul in the moment before her death. Only the power of time could be capable of such a thing. However, there is no telling what effect it has had on the 3 deadly selves. In other words, you must exercise caution when seeking out Ziju.
How much time do we have?
On the night of Lanternlit, countless Shao lanterns, and the wishes written upon them, will be released into the sky. I estimate that this event will trigger the Shadow Moon's collapse. When that happens, the cage that confines the first deadly self will open. That is our moment to act, but also the moment where all could be lost. For if we fail to retrieve the other 2 soul fragments in time, Zibai's resurrection is hopeless.
Understood.
As I mentioned before, the answers to your remaining questions should come in time, providing our efforts bear fruit. Let us hope that all proceeds smoothly in the days to come.
Alright, that's it for Chapter 1. We have a plan, and of course it expects us to wait 2 days. I might look at the side stuff in the moment. Moonlit Merriment, what's this? Bright Moon Lantern Glow, Vicious Brushstrokes. Are these the minigame things? People of Liyue Harbor are celebrating Lanternlit, and a Ministry of Civil Affairs employee named Pengshi seems to be responsible for welcoming visitors. It's a different quest. I'm trying to find the moon we share. Okay, so this is going to be 4 acts. Potentially, actually 3 and an afterward. Realm of Rocks, not yet unlocked. Okay. So I'll probably end up making this multiple videos since I have the time to currently, unlike previous years where I kind of had to speed run it either all into one, or let's be real, the reason I don't remember characters like Lanyan is because I'm recording at like 4 in the morning and I'm dead tired. So I apologize for that in previous years. Oh, we get a vestment for Yao Yao. You can obtain the outfit at the cost of 1,000 fortune coins. So that's going to be our thing. So I guess she gets a new outfit. I'm kind of curious if it's slightly based on her old outfit. Before she was released, she had a slightly different outfit design. Festive shopping. Moonlight Merriment must be the side quest then. You bump into a painter who offers free souvenir paintings for tourists in Liyue Harbor. Vigorous Brushstrokes. Like I said, I might try one of these per chapter, depending on the amount of time that I have. If not, I'll put them into the afterward. I just want them to be able to fully unlock without having to do the story first, you know? And like I said, remember, I might release this early, but I technically haven't done Nodcry yet. Something feels missing from the painting. Maybe I need a bit more inspiration. What are you? Wow, look who it is! Lumine, I've heard so much about you. What an honor to finally meet you. As you can see, I'm setting up a festival venue following the plans for the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Are you going to teach others to draw? Not quite. Instead of teaching others to draw, I'm going to draw for others. As the Lantern Rite grows bigger each year, more and more people come to join in, and many of them are tourists from faraway lands. Although the Ministry of Civil Affairs offers complimentary souvenir photos, it still doesn't quite embody the spirit of Liyue. That's why they sent me here, to create hand-drawn souvenirs for the visitors. I noticed that the legend of the White Horse Adeptus is pretty well known around Liyue Harbor, so I figured it'd make a great theme for the drawing. You know how the saying goes, vibrant as dragons, spirited as steeds. So really, what's more auspicious than a flying gallop painting with a white horse? It's got that same bold, uplifting energy people associate with dragons and tigers. What do you think? Got any ideas for a drawing? I guess I have a lot? I don't know. Great. Just tell me the idea and I'll make it happen. During the challenge, the companions recalled by travelers' memories will remain in the running state. Use your companions' elemental skills appropriately to cross chasms or obstacles or reach the finish line within the time limit to complete the challenge, the jumping challenge. The more time you have upon completion, the more jade you obtain, the higher your challenge score will be. Something's missing from the painting. Maybe I need a bit more inspiration. I've got your inspiration. Go ahead, I'm all ears. Memory of surging waves. Use Mualani's elemental skill to traverse water's surface, dodge the great Zhanju lanterns, and reach the destination. Using the challenge, Mualani will receive a cooldown reduction, allowing her to use her elemental skill much more often. No phlogiston is consumed while the character is in the Night Soul Blessing state. Okay, so we start with a potentially easy one, surfboarding. Great Zhanju lanterns will appear during the challenge. If you make contact with them during the challenge time remaining will be reduced. Use Mualani and Zhanjun's elemental skills in the memory to try and avoid them. The floating shell lanterns will appear during the challenge. Firing and hitting the floating shell lanterns with lit candles will light them and send them soaring into the sky. After releasing the floating shell lanterns, more jade will appear. However, if you make contact with the floating shell lanterns directly, a portion of the challenge time remaining will be reduced. Don't hit them directly, got it. Okay, does it want me in this state? Okay, and left trigger is how we fire projectiles, it seems. Oh, so those are the lanterns? I'm messing that up. No, those aren't lanterns, I don't think. No! I went sideways. Yeah, I'll probably give these one good attempt on stream, and then if I mess it up, I'll redo them in my own time. Cast a lit candle at the shell lantern. These ones I just gotta avoid, I think. I was attempting to potentially gather them at first. Oh, dang it! My hand was not on the controller. I was putting a headphone back in. Wonder how much jade I need. There we go. There's a spirit carp, as previously mentioned. Oh, the other characters are going to be harder, though, because Mualani's pretty straightforward. How did I do? 6,400. Select stage. Challenge rewards. Get at least 4,500. So I did that just fine. Are they all 4,500? They might be. Thundering Dash. While using Vressa's elemental skill to dash at high speeds towards the destination. While in the Night Soul Blessing, her elemental skill again will destroy any Great Janju lanterns blocking your path. Oh, so I can potentially plow into those. Dodge the Great Janju lanterns. Well, again, hers will destroy them. Okay, so I can hit them as her. During the challenge, Vressa will receive a cooldown reduction, allowing her to use her elemental skill more often. No phlogiston is consumed while the character is in Night Soul state. Okay, so her difference is she can plow through them, but she's not constantly running. Great Lanterns will appear during the challenge. If you make contact with them during the challenge, time remaining will be reduced. Gumming and Vressa's elemental skills in the memory to try and destroy them. In the memory, when Vressa is in the Night Soul Blessing state, tap to unleash her elemental skill, allowing her to dash forward and destroy them. Okay, so like that. So I'm guessing she doesn't stay this way the whole time. Okay, I have to like deliberately tap it. Oh! I didn't have enough. Because I look like I'm running, but I wasn't. Oh, I'm not getting enough air on those. Oop, I thought it was a lantern. They're both orange. Oh no, no, no. Reminder, I play this on a very small screen. Select stage. Next, Memory of Wind Reaping Exorcism. Use Shao's elemental skill to cross the ravine, destroy the great Shanju lanterns blocking your path, and reach the destination. During the challenge, Shao will receive a cooldown reduction, allowing him to use his elemental skill much more often. Okay, I'm not used to playing as him either. I hope we get to see him eventually. Lanternlit. Lanternlit is usually date with Shao. Yeah, your thing is more jumping, isn't it? Yeah, like that. So I think his is probably slower. Ooh, that could have potentially gone wrong. Oh, there's multiple paths? Oh no, go back, thank you. I lost out on so much coinage. I see I can double dash. But I double dashed too far. I'm gonna guess dashing. getting the hang of it. I know approximately where I am in the mountains, though, based off of that little piece of structure back there. That's part of my artifact farming route, dang it. Okay, did good. Memory of the graceful leaping beast. During Gaming's elementals use it to cross the ravine, destroy the great Jianzhu lanterns blocking your path, and reach the destination. During the challenge, Gaming will receive a cooldown reduction, allowing him to use his skill more often. I wonder what his is like, though. His is normally vertical, so I have to, like... Oops. I'm trying! Okay, do I have to... Let me retry his. I was assuming I'd need to jump and then come down because he does plunging damage, but... Maybe I get close enough and then I jump back up. Like that. Good idea. Bad at execution. My bad. So when you're like one token in front of it, you do the thing. Oop, not that, not that, nope. Dang it. Hopefully it's still okay. Yeah, I potentially missed out a lot of points since I did the wrong thing. No, no, no! Ah, darn it. Tried to press it and it didn't register. Got 1,000 points, so hopefully we're good. Yeah, we're good. Okay, last one. Memory steps upon the clouds. Use Xianyun's elemental skill to cross the ravine, dodge the lanterns, and block the black path. During challenge, she'll receive cooldown reduction. Okay, hers I know the least because I don't have the handle on it in actual gameplay either. In the memory, Xianyun can perform consecutive jumps using her elemental skill. After tapping to unleash the elemental skill, you can tap again with a short period of time to perform a consecutive jump, aka double jump. You can jump up to 3 times. The interval between jumps varies slightly, and Xianyun's jump trajectory changes subtly with each leap. I know, that's why I don't have a handle on it yet. It's like that's clearly meant to be a jump. Let me up. There we go. That was clearly meant to be a 2-tap. Whereas this is just mean. How is it that you're a bird and you're the hardest to control? Shouldn't flying come naturally with you? Oh, come on. Oh, maybe she can't destroy them. Maybe she has to leap over them? And I'm just royally messing up here? Taking the roundabout way, it seems. There we go, double tap before you hit it. Ah, this one I went right into it. Yeah, so many times I feel like I fly only to fall. These are weighed against the time, so we'll see. Did we squeak it? We made it, I think. Okay, like I said, I'm not as big on her controls for that. But that should be challenge complete with Wenji here. How are we, Wenji? We good? Yeah, there we go. Vigorous Brushstrokes is complete, so that is where I'm going to leave off for this particular episode of Genshin Impact. I will be doing later parts of Lantern Quest in their own videos, as Lantern Quest tends to be quite long. I think one of my videos ended up being like 7 or 8 hours. And even then it was split into 2 parts, so yeah, Lanternlit is long, so I'm gonna try and pace myself. They do give us quite a bit of time to get these done. I have 16 days to do it, so here's hoping I won't have to do another midnight rush. But you know, as things tend to go, we'll see. So thank you so much to everyone who has joined. Like and subscribe if you would like to see more Genshin Impact. I will probably put this video out early, like I said, even though I will eventually give it a number and weave it back into the Not Cry playlist. But that's all for now. Bye-bye!